Today's episode is sponsored by semi-existent hinge chats. You know, the ones where they answer, but then they don't ever again. The White House deals with a disruptive spirit from the East Wing, while Stan worries that South Park has become too political. The latest episode of South Park's description. Insert theme song here. This is the Daily Sarcast. I give you the news and maybe a laugh. I'm Lindsey Vernick, and today is October 30th, 2025. I guess it's Mischief Night. I've never celebrated Mischief Night, and I've kind of always wanted to. We throw eggs in people's houses. I've always thought it would be so much fun to do. So that's today. And if you're celebrating, enjoy your toilet paper and eggs. I think it's probably the best part of Halloween, the most underrated holiday to exist. That should be one of my newest segments. Top 5 underrated holidays, and Mischief Night is definitely one. Okay, anyway, so in real news, Obamacare prices are going up 30% because Congress can't stop fighting long enough to renew the subsidies that made health insurance semi-affordable. The Trump administration dropped the new prices online, so now you can just window shop for your future financial ruin. Basically, if you make more than $64,000 a year, congratulations, you're too rich for help, but too poor for $1,000 a month insurance. And if you don't make that much, your premium's only going up $25 to $85 a month, which is, I guess, comforting. Dr. Mehmet Oz, yes, that Dr. Oz, is now in charge of the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services and says the problem is the flaws in the ACA. Not, the people refusing to fix them, obviously. Open enrollment starts on Saturday, so you're just going to have to pick between high deductible and hope you don't get sick. Israel and Hamas technically have a ceasefire, but not really. So let's start with the headline stunt. The fake recovery of a hostage's remains. Israel released drone footage showing Hamas moving a white body bag with partial remains of a 27-year-old Ophir Tarafti in Gaza's Tufa neighborhood. Satellite images confirmed dirt was moved, and the Red Cross observers were there, but didn't know the body had been moved before arrival. Because, why would they? Unacceptable, the aid group said. Hamas shrugged and insisted that they were acting in good faith and accused Israel of creating pretexts for military action. Israel said the footage proves Hamas was faking it, clearly. The staged recovery was cinematic. 3 masked men carried the bag from a damaged building to a freshly dug pit. They shoveled dirt, placed large rocks, then dug it back up with an excavator. They reburied it, dug it again, and one of them even took photos or videos with a phone. Not exactly subtle. I was sneakier than this when I was stealing vodka from my parents back in high school. And that was not sneaky. Partial remains were returned to Israel on Monday, and about half of the roughly 24 hostages' bodies in Gaza have been returned so far. Not cutting it, though. Cue Israel's response, which is, of course, airstrikes, and they killed at least 100 people, including 35 children. Hospitals in Gaza are still running low on medicine and resources, which makes everything feel a little bit more complicated again. Israel said the strikes were in response to Hamas violating the ceasefire by failing to return bodies and attacking Israel's soldiers in Rafah. Hamas, of course, denied involvement in the Rafah attack and insists they're still trying to locate and return the bodies taken during the 2023 conflict. Okay. The ceasefire technically resumed the next morning, except Israel later attacked a weapons storage site in northern Gaza. So, peace is kind of, but surely happening, but, there's fucking terrorists. Trump weighed in naturally. He said Israel should hit back, but the truce isn't in jeopardy. Meanwhile, Qatar, one of the mediators, called the flare-up very disappointing and frustrating, while loosely translates to, "We tried, but nope." Apparently, robbing the Louvre is now a weekend hobby. 2 guys partially admitted to stealing some of France's crown jewels, including a 200-year-old diamond and emerald necklace Napoleon gave his second wife. Partial admission was basically like, yeah, we kind of did it, but like only a little bit. How did they do it? A trunk-mounted electric ladder, disc grinders in under 4 minutes in the gallery. Quickest museum heist since, well, like literally ever. The getaway crew on high-powered scooters is still at large, probably debating to sell everything they got on eBay or start a TikTok unboxing channel. The suspects were tracked via DNA on the broken window and scooters because nothing screams stealth like not wearing gloves while robbing the Louvre. Now they're facing 15 years, which is more than enough time to reconsider career choices. So moral of the story is, if you're going to rob one of the most famous museums in the world, maybe wear some gloves or have a better getaway vehicle. And Lindsey life. So I went to this Jewish dating app dinner last night, which felt a lot less like speed dating and more like an alumni mixer for people whose moms already know each other very well or went to camp together. Everyone was just like, here for fun, which is code for my therapist made me. I didn't meet my husband, but I did meet 3 guys who said, you look familiar, which honestly might be a little bit worse. Things I'm pretending to have under control. My finances, because I'm spending $8 on a coffee, doesn't really make sense when I'm unemployed. The funny side of having a mental breakdown, how chill I am about not having a job or what I'm doing with my life at the moment. The fact that I might need to find a new place to live if I don't find a roommate in the next month, and not wanting to text my ex. Cooking tip of the day: nothing good happens in the kitchen past 10 p.m. Feedback, comments, questions, a nice Jewish boy looking for a date, email me at Lindsey@thedailysarcast.com. Thanks so much for listening. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Enjoy Mischief Night.